Shalom, sis. Notification came up here. Oh, sorry. All right, y'all. If y'all just coming into the class and missed the earlier announcement, Officer Kazak will be in around about 8:30. Until then, I am holding down the classes. Officer Yamayan, for those who don't know, out of Jacksonville, Florida. Still ain't probably yet. Sir. Oh, there it is now. All right. Go to him. Let me know. If you're here, it's just fine. You hear something? Okay. Let me know when it's on. Y'all bear with me. We're still setting things up in here. I hear it. You hear it? Young man Marcus. Thank you, sis online. She said sound of twab. All right. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes for those come on in. Any officers in the class? No officers, any troopers in the class? All right, celebrating President's Day, huh? That's what it is. No sweat. The truth continues. All right, we're gonna get it started. We're the ISUPK, start out 1 West 125th Street. We've been bringing out Truth is Bible since 1969, and we are currently under Commanding General Yohana. I am Priest and Officer Yamayan, coming to you out of Jacksonville, Florida. And you are now in the Monday Night Milk class, which is now known as Truth 101. Somebody pulled me on 1 Corinthians 3 and 2. We're going to break down what this milk is. Because a lot of people, especially when it comes to this Bible, they want to be deep with it. I know before I found the truth, I was one of those individuals. Like everything I said had to have some deep purpose. I had to be that guy. And it's not that, it ain't that deep. The Bible's real simple. It's broken down into thou shalt and thou shalt not. And you can take any milk scripture, the simplest of things, and you can cut damn near any situation with milk. You don't have to be that deep. So again, give me 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 2. We're gonna get it started. Speak louder.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse
2.
Verse 2.
Hold on. Can y'all hear the brother? Bad that. Come a little closer out.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 2. I have fed you with milk and not with meat.
Mm-hmm.
For hitherto you were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able.
Like I said in the beginning, the Bible ain't that deep. And it says that I have fed you with milk. When you come into this truth, you have to forget everything you know, everything you knew beforehand. You have to be like a brand new baby. You know, when babies are born, you have to feed babies that milk. They have no teeth, so they can't digest the meat that you might want to give them. So you have to give them milk, and the same with the truth. After you forget everything that you knew, you have to be retaught and relearned, and you got this. It's that milk. It's easy to digest, the simple things. Again, thou shalt not. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that the Most High didn't die, he's not here for everybody. This Bible isn't for everybody. Simple things. That's what you're given. Read on.
Kanawakan, verse 3. For ye are yet carnal. For whereas, therefore, Salakia, there is among you envying and strife.
You can start with that. My bad. Hey, y'all gotta forgive me. I'm nervous. My first class being taught. This is not a regular video that I do, but we're gonna get through it. Give me Isaiah chapter 28:9. Again, you have to be retaught. You have to be relearned. You have to be that babe. You have to start off with the milk. Get your teeth, get your digestion system up. Then you can get to the deep parts. Everybody want to know how many times Christ been here. What does that make a difference? He's, you know what I'm saying? Knowing who you're supposed to love, knowing how you're supposed to treat that brother, treat that sister. The things that are out here destroying us. Simple milk. Love thy brothers, thou love thyself. That's simple. That's what we need in today's times in order to do what we're supposed to do as a people, as the lost 12 tribes. Knowing how to treat each other, knowing what to eat. A lot of people are tripping over this whole COVID thing, don't get the shot. And I'm not for the shot either. And they keep saying about the people that they had a reaction to it, and they might have still gotten sick because of the shot or whatever. But you gotta think about it. What is your diet like? I'm saying if you got the wrong diet and you get that shot, of course you still won't get sick because you're feeding yourself trash. But if you knew what the dietary law was, the simplicity of the Bible, knowing that you can eat this and you can't eat that, maybe your body would have a different reaction to it. Like I said, I think differently. So, but like I said, the Bible ain't deep. It's all about what you can do, what you can't do. Somebody got Isaiah 28:9 for me? Okay, this was not going to happen, though. Even though Officer Kazak is not here, this is still a class. So I do expect participation for those online and not just from Trooper Halak that's in here sitting beside me. Who all do I have in class so I can start pulling names? Besides young man Marcus and young man
Moses.
Say again?
Young man Moses.
Y'all on 2 young men in the class?
Salakia.
Well, I know you're in the class, so talking about who can read. Slakia, that's my bad. I'm looking for class participation for readers. All right, Halak, fit to work you to death, then it's on you. Pull me Isaiah 28:9 up.
Kanawakan, sir. The
Hold
book
on,
of Isaiah.
Let me get there with your time up. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? People think that just because they read the Bible that they understand the Bible. And that is far from the truth. If y'all have been in the truth a long time, you know everybody is not going to accept that the Most High is not here for everybody. They're not going to accept that you can't smoke weed, you can't do this, you can't do that. They don't understand that part because it's not meant for everybody to understand. Read it from the top up.
Kanawakan. The book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
You in this class right now, like I said, it's a Monday. It's a so-called holiday for the world. You could be out doing what you want to do. You could be out there celebrating with everybody else, but instead, you're in class with us. You're the ones that are going to be made to understand doctrine. You're the ones that are going to understand that the Most High doesn't love everybody. You're going to be the ones that understand that we all the true Israelites of the Bible. We're the true Jews of the Bible. You're going to be the ones that understand that all oppressor has to go back into slavery, has to go into slavery when Christ returns. That's not going to make a lot of sense to everybody else because according to them, God loves everybody. Not my Jesus is what they say. You know what I'm saying? But shalom, go ahead and get situated. Bear with me 1 second. Go on YouTube, get the link. Go to Facebook, share the link in the Florida class real quick. Both of y'all shared it.
Come on.
All right, the water. So we that come into this truth, we're the ones that's going to understand that these things must happen. And that kind of brings me into my topic. Because a whole lot of us and a whole lot of people out there don't understand what's going on because we have been misled and mistaught by these so-called pastors and black leaders. Now, before I came into the truth, I wasn't a good Christian, but I was Christian. I was in church every Sunday, thinking I could go out there and do what I wanted to do, and all I had to do was show up on Sunday, drop something in the pot, and everything is forgiven. And to come to find out that is a lie. They keep saying, "The Lord knows my heart. We are under grace," and everything that we've been taught. So, because our pastors have done that, and because they have us misled, we're going to bang on these pastors today. We're going to try to wake somebody up and get them out of this church. So somebody take me to Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. And again, for anybody that's in the class, if you just joined, Officer Kazak will be in around about 8:30ish. So any questions that you may have, hold until then. Depending on what the 23 and 1. Depending on what the question is, I may or may not be able to answer it. But if you can't wait till then, we'll give it a try. What's up, bud? All right, come on, let me get it.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors.
That word woe means destruction. Hold up. People, hold on. So 23, yeah, I hate this. This is what I want to do. That's why I am tripping on my phone. All right, start from the top up.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors.
Again, that word woe means destruction. So destruction be unto the pastors. Read on.
That destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Most High.
Us being the Most High's favorite people, his children, the 12 lost tribes of Israel. We are the Most High's sheep. This book was written, this is our, people like to discredit the Bible, but there's nothing that they can bring up that the Bible can't prove or disprove according to what they're talking about. This book is our record book, and the Most High knew a long time ago that these pastors would have us destroyed, that they will lead us astray. You read it from the top one more time out.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Most High.
Read on.
Therefore, thus says the Most High Power of Israel against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Most High.
These pastors that all people hold on high, they have to be destroyed. And in the kingdom, they're going to be the least. They're going to be counted as the least for what they did. They have us misled. You go up in the church. It's funny. Again, I said when I was coming up before the truth, I was in church. I was a Christian. And as I think back on some of my church experiences, it's amazing how you had some women of the church that would do everything pastor said to do, but wouldn't do a damn thing their husband said to do. And even now today, when these pastors, when they get caught up in the news for doing all types of evil, you still can't talk about my pastor. Can't talk, pastor can do no wrong to them. And they're the ones that's out here misleading us. Those are the ones, they're the reasons why we out here the way we are, because we put all trust and faith in them, and they misled us. But the Most High say, don't even worry about that, because He gonna deal with them. Destruction will be coming to these pastors. I think as give me Matthew 23 and 27 real quick. These people, they love pastor. They see pastor as a man, like he's so glorious. He can do no wrong. He's an evil bastard. Damn near all of them. Just like when what's the pastor with the boys in Atlanta that died? That was
Eddie Long.
Eddie Long. When the boys came out and told on him, everybody started going to Creflo Church. Creflo sent his members back to him. Know what I mean? Because they don't care. To them, it's a business. You go to these mega churches, man, all it is a dollar to them. They don't care about teaching you the law. You got TD Snakes now. With some foolishness he said about all they care about is tithe. That's the bottom line. I'm not gonna get into all the stories about these pastors. We being there forever and not getting none of the scriptures. But these pastors are misleading us, and you can't. We have been so misled. You can't put no blame upon the pastors, and that's where the blame lies. You got Matthew 23 for me?
Con.
Go ahead, Lot.
Matthew chapter 23, verse 2. That's what you want to say.
27, 23 and 27.
Con. Matthew chapter 23, verse 27. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites.
This is written in red. This is Christ talking about the Pharisees and the scribes, which are today's Christian leaders. And he calls them hypocrites. Read on.
Con. For ye are like unto withered,
Swited.
Spectra.
Sepulchres. We start over.
Con. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are like unto whited scriptures,
sepulchres,
Salakia, which indeed appear beautiful outward.
Sorry. If you don't know what a sepulchre is, it's like the tombs that when you died, some people go in the grave, some people go in these sepulchres, Salakia. Like these buildings that appear, you can walk in and the coffin will be in there instead of underground. And when you see them, when they decorate them, it look all beautiful on the outside. Read on.
Con, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones and of all uncleanness.
That's your pastor. That's pastor that's out there on Sunday when he dressed in his nice suit. At the end, I pulled up in his Rolls Royce. He got the gaiters on with his 3-piece on, his hair. You know what I'm saying? He slicked up. He waved up. You see him with his jewelry on. He like one of these sepulchres. He's pretty on the outside. You know what I mean? But on the inside, he was like, what?
Con. But are within full of dead men's bones and of all uncleanness.
But on the inside, he's an evil bastard. He's full with dead bones and uncleanness. Because he don't know the book. He doesn't know all book. His thing is to get you in there, get your dollar, get your woman, your daughter. Man, look, like I said, I can spend all day, I can spend all class talking about the evil that I've seen in church done by these pastors. You can pick up the newspapers. You can go on the internet. There's had some 2 pastors in Ohio was trafficking young girls. I'm saying your pastor, your religious leaders, they're supposed to be the ones that's protecting you. They're supposed to be the shepherds that are over the Most High's flock, which is His people, which is us. But instead, they out here just like the damn enemy. I'm saying we got to worry about our oppressor out here taking and stealing our kids and killing our kids. Yet you got 2 men that's supposed to be pastors, supposedly men of the Lord, who's dressed nice on Sunday. know what I'm saying, who look real good and they call and they got real good vehicles and the beautiful houses, but they evil bastards. You taking our kids. And they got caught, and I'm glad they got caught. And that's why you can't say nothing about pastors, because they have this outward appearance. They look, everything on the outside looks like everything's good with them, but they evil. And that's how we think about our pastors. But the Most High got something for these pastors. Take them back to Jeremiah, give me chapter 12 and verse 10. Some evil people, man. Like I said, I done seen people, I done seen women, man, just never mind what their husbands say. Pastor say I gotta do this, pastor say I gotta do that, and they gonna do what pastor say, man. But the most I know something different. All right, become. Okay, come close so they can hear you. Start to share a little bit up. Hold up, you got a cold or something? You sure?
I'm too hot.
All right, I hear a little frogginess in your voice now. I get sick, I'm on you.
No, I was gonna stand up.
All right, do your thing.
Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 10. Many pastors have destroyed my vineyard. They have trodden my portion underfoot. They have made my pleasant portion a desolate wilderness.
We are the Most High's pleasant portion. These pastors have told us that the law is done away with. You can do what you want to do. You're under grace. You know what I'm saying? Again, when I was going to church, they wanted me to do, go up there on Sunday, towards the end of class, let somebody touch on your forehead and make sure your donation hit the pot and say, forgive me, God, and I'm under grace. God knows my heart. And I was back doing the same evilness I did before I came in there, but they made it seem like it was all right. What's up?
I was just asking, could I use Jeremiah 2 and 8 for a precept to go with this?
Calm down, like I got this.
Oh, kind of.
Yeah, okay. Appreciate you. But yes, you can. I'm going to get to that later on. You did this video. You know what's in there.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So I can, man, the dude that played with me, he's Rakum was my video man with me when Halak's not around and vice versa. So he got these precepts and he asks me crazy questions. They ain't know I'm nervous. But yeah, man, these pastors, they have tried the Most High's pleasant his vineyards. We are his vineyards. They tell us that it's okay to abort your child, abort your baby. That's unbrotherly. If you want to be unbrotherly, go to church. That's the easy way to put it. Because you're not going, brotherhood is not in that church. I know people, I done sat in church with people who talked about somebody that sit right across the aisle. That's all in church. There's no brotherhood in church. That's why we ride on these pastors, man. That's why we in the state of being that we're in, because we listen to our pastors. We think they appear righteous on the outside, and there's no righteousness in them. You can't tell that woman she can leave her husband. She can't. If he got another woman, as long as he's doing it right, as long as he's not committing adultery, messing with another man's wife, hey, deal with it. I mean, there's enough love for everybody. You don't have to leave that man and telling this man that he can date around and sleep with all these women and throw these sisters away. You learn that in church. They tell you that there's no ring on your finger, so you can do what you want to do. That's not right. They don't tell you about the dietary law. Again, the law is done away with. You find that all in church, and we're being taught that by our pastors. That's why if you ever look at the videos or you hear me teaching something, I'm either preaching brotherhood because I'm strong on that, but I don't see enough of that. It's in the school and out in my personal life. I don't see enough brotherhood, so I'm really big on that. And I'm smashing on these pastors, straight up. That's all I like to do. Brotherhood, smash on pastors. Like I said, I was a church boy for a long time and didn't know half the things that I learned, and the truth was even in the Bible. As far as I knew, again, everybody, God loved everybody. You can do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Just pay your tithes and ask for forgiveness. I didn't know I had to be born again. I had to kill a dead man, which I was, the evil bastard I was. I didn't know that man had to die. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to read on. Where you stopped it out? With Jeremiah 12 and 10.
Kind of.
give me Jeremiah 2:8. You read since you wanted to pull it.
Okay. So like, you want me to start at 8 or start at 6?
Let me get down there. Start at 7.
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 7. And I brought you into a plentiful country to eat the fruit thereof and the goodness thereof.
Y'all hear the brother? All right, read on.
But when ye entered, ye defiled my land and made mine heritage an abomination. The priests said not, where is the Most High? And they that handle the law knew me not.
These are the pastors. They supposed to handle the law, and they don't even know the Most High. They're supposed to tell you that you can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. They're supposed to tell you you can't abort your babies. They're supposed to tell you you can't leave that sister. They're supposed to tell you you can't leave that man. They do none of that because they don't know the Most High. And I really thank the Most High for this COVID situation. Because COVID shut down a lot of these churches, even though they're starting to reopen. A lot of them are reopening with less than half of their members. And that is a great thing. People are out here searching for the truth because they can't go back to church because of the social distancing. So that's a great thing, and I'm glad it happened. But the ones, again, the pastors, they don't know the Most High. They don't know the Bible. They know prosperity preaching. That's the new game. Sow a seed. You know what I'm saying? Receive this. They got all kinds of money hustles. I'm not going to tell that story. It's a little too personal. But they run the money hustles. They actually... I'm trying to give y'all the story without giving y'all too much. Just to show how evil these churches are, man. But I'm not going to do it. Say again? They still a lot of this. It's an evil place, man. I'm glad to be away from the church. I'm glad that y'all found your way away from the church. Like I said, we're gonna continue to ride on these pastors. Read on up.
The pastors also transgressed against me.
Who?
The pastors also transgressed against me.
These pastors who are supposed to be leading our people. These pastors, man, they're supposed to be leading on people, and they're telling us we can do this and we can't do that. And it's all wrong. They don't know the law. Go check it out, shout out. Come on. They transgress against the Most High, but yet they're supposed to be the ones that are teaching us. The blind is leading the blind, and again, that's why we're in the situations that we're in. Because we have, outside the truth, we have no real leadership. And that's why we out here banging on these pastors. That's why we out here telling the truth with no filter. A lot of people don't like dealing with us because they say we too hard. The Bible says, everything 12? Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. You know what I mean? That's what we do. We don't care who we offend because the truth is offensive and it needs to be heard. That's the only way you're going to come out of what we're in. That's the only way we're going to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. You can't sugarcoat things telling you can do what you want to do just to make everything seem sweet. And that's what they do in church. That's why the churches are filled with homosexuals and whores and men that do all kinds of evil because pastors don't want to say you can't do this. Because once he tell you that you can't do that, you're going to leave. If you leave, your dollar just left. Your dollar leave, wife is going to leave because she can't get them boots no more. She can't get them stilettos no more. That house going to go away. So they're going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to make it sound real sweet for you. You don't need sweetness. You need the damn truth. So like, and we bring you that truth. All right, drop that. Somebody give me Jeremiah chapter 10. And verse 21.
Come on, sir. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 21. For the pastors are become brutish, Salakia, brutish, and have not sought the Lord.
Not only do they not know the Most High, they ain't looking for him. Because they're looking out for themselves, they're looking out for their money. Church is nothing more than a business now. It's been a business, but it's a get quick rich scheme. If you know somebody that went to jail and they did a long stint in jail, they either come out a Muslim or they come out a pastor. If they don't come out a pastor, they come out a Christian. Because everybody, it's easy to become a pastor. All you gotta do is have somebody who will listen to you, say some type of foolishness and believe you, and you say you're doing it in the name of the Lord, and they're gonna follow you. You start off with like a little corner church, then you build your congregation up, and the whole time you ain't talking about nothing but prosperity and how to get rich. Because that's your mission, to get rich. I have yet to really hear any pastor. I mean, it's a couple of them. Geno Jennings, he tried to say what the law is, but he confused and a lot of stuff that he says anyways. But for the most part, none of these pastors are telling you what the laws are. Only thing they're telling you is that the law is done away with. We're under grace. You got time to get right, and the Lord know your heart. And then after service, they're gonna fix a nice pork chop dinner or new shrimp dinner, and they're gonna go on about their day. They're gonna see you again. Some church pastors are like dope deals. That's the best way I can describe it. They give you what you need. The whole church service with the whole music playing in the high pitched notes, which really does something to your psyche. That's why most of these church songs have these high pitches and the falsettos and everything. Because when you hear high notes, it does. When you hear like high tones, you'll get like you might get like goosebumps or something. You get this all tingly, feel good sensation. That's why these church songs are in these high pitches. Then pastor get the yelling and screaming at you. You get to crying because the organ, the pianist, he's doing his thing, and you got the drummer behind him. They're giving you a fix. And once you got that fix, you then kick out all your money, they kick you out. Service is over. And now you're going through the rest of your week in hell, waiting for that next fix, which is that next Sunday. There's no difference. Your pastor, dope dealer, same person, same mind state. That's just my look on it. That's my take on it. Now, I mean, where we stopped at?
So I can share at verse 22 in the book of Jeremiah. You want me to read it, sir?
Now, we still got some more on 21. Start from top of 21.
Con, sir. For the pastors are become brutish and have not sought the power.
They have not sought the Most High. That's capital L. It's Most High.
Con, sir. Therefore, they shall not prosper, and all their flocks shall be scattered.
See, again, back to the COVID thing. I'm thankful for that COVID because their flocks are being scattered. And I know for a long time these churches were surviving, and you thought they were doing real good. You got the mega churches that take up. It's a church down here downtown Jacksonville. It's not a mega church, but it might as well be something. It will take up what, 2 city blocks.
Okay.
2 city blocks of downtown. That's one church. But yet outside that church, you got a homeless situation what is made up of mostly us, blacks and Hispanics. And they ain't doing nothing for that. They'll come out there. I don't even see them. I could be wrong on this, but I have yet to even hear about them even coming out there passing out plates to even feed all people. I'm saying if you got a whole, what about?
Oh, Slack, I was finna say you dead on to they don't even be at that building. They just occupy the building with their name.
They out there for 2 city blocks. That could, man, look. 2 city blocks alone could eradicate the whole homelessness that's even downtown, but they're not doing nothing because the churches are not out here for the people. The pastors ain't for the people, and they've never been. But again, you can't say nothing bad about pastor, man. You get your grandma and them. My grandma's still living. She got another pastor now because the original pastor died, but you can't say nothing about pastor, man. Can't say nothing about that dude. And he's a cool dude, but he's not doing his job. He's not tending to the flock. He's not telling us that the laws are still here. He's not telling us to not abort our kids. He's giving couples therapy and saying if putting time limits on, not saying him per se, just pastors in general. Having couples therapy, telling them saying, give them a time limit to do this, and if this doesn't happen, then divorce that man or divorce that woman. You can't tell them that there ain't no divorce if there have not been adultery committed. Now, when I say adultery, I don't mean again about this man having another woman. As long as she's not married, he done nothing wrong, but he can't throw that sister away. You know what I'm saying if it's not for an adultery, you can't divorce. That's not what we can't do that. But that's past enough. Take me to Isaiah. Bear with me 1 second.
What verse and chapter?
Actually, give me Isaiah chapter 30 and verse. No, give me Isaiah 10 and chapter 1 real quick. We get back to the other one later on. Let's see, I gotta excuse me. It's my first class.
Come on, sir.
Little nervous dealing with the people, but y'all still my people, and no cowards, no excuses. So if it ain't the best class you've been in, so be it. I'ma still get with it. I ain't finna leave y'all hanging. Y'all in here, we in here together. That's brotherhood. We gonna get through it. Start me off at thank you, sis. So the class is tomorrow. Takes down a little bit of nervousness, but still got nerves. Man, I don't like this camera, man. Slocky, man. Y'all got give me 10 to 1, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, we gonna get through it. Ain't no sweat. Ain't no punks in the UPK.
That's right.
Ain't scared of no challenges. This is a challenge. We gonna get it. Anyone y'all got?
Come.
Let's go.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
That's woe again. That's that destruction again to those that decree unrighteous decrees. Somebody give me the definition of decree. We're scholars in the school. If it sounds strange, let's look it up and figure it out. Go, what you got?
Decree from the Webster's Merriam Dictionary. An order usually having the force of law. A religious ordinance enacted by council. A foreordaining will.
Okay, you can stop right there. So chapter 10, destruction unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Them telling you that you can do what you want to do, that is an unrighteous decree. That goes against the law. It's an unrighteous law. There is no such thing as free will. There is no such thing as you can do what you want to do, which is free will. There is no such thing that God made all meat for us to eat. No, it is not. There's a dietary law throughout the scriptures in Leviticus as well as Deuteronomy that tells you can't eat this. They're all, again, the Bible is not deep. Thou shalt not. That's what it's made up of. Brotherhood and laws, what you can do, what you can't do. Again, but we so caught up with these pastors, man, that we believe what he say. But God knows your heart. No, I'm saying God loves everybody. He does not. He's only here for the lost 12 tribes. He's only here for us. Now my computer went act up. We're going to get through this. But you come into this truth, you're going to find out from men of the Lord what we're supposed to be doing. Again, this Bible, this is all book. This is all history book. This is what we're supposed to do. This is how we're going to better ourselves. And this is how we're going to get back into the kingdom. This is how we're going to get the kingdom. Start from the top off.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
That's your church, that's your pastor. Everybody's a victim in there. They prey upon the fatherless, they prey upon the widow, they prey upon the poor. They feed you this nonsense, again, that you sow this seed and you're going to get back tenfold. You never see that tenfold. I've known people that have not paid their own bills because they want to have money for the collection plate. You know, I got to have something for pastor. Shit. Oh, it's like my church back home in South Carolina, one of the churches I went to before I moved back to Florida. This one is about me. I can tell this one. Our pastor had died, so they had this interim pastor. He came in, and everybody knew it was something strange about him. So some of the congregation did an investigation on the guy. Found out he wasn't even a pastor. He played the part. But after him being in the church, after a year, he had an anniversary. So the congregation was trying to figure out. They asked him what he wanted for his for his 1 year anniversary, and this dude said, "Give me a blank check, and he'll fill it out. You sign the check, give him a blank check that's signed, and he'll fill it out, and he'll let you know what the amount was, or you will see it in your account." And lo and behold, people actually did that. They gave this man who's not even a pastor, who they found out had molested a 14-year-old girl, got her pregnant, wasn't really a pastor, wanted blank checks. They gave him blank checks, and he filled it out and did what he wanted to do. And he's still, as far as I know, I hadn't been home in a while, but as far as I know, he's still a pastor of my old church. That's how much faith all people put. You can't tell them nothing wrong about their damn pastor. And that is sad, because the pastor, they prey on the poor. I'm saying, I'm not from no rich family, and the people that went to that church, none of us had dough like that. None of us had money like that. But for him to be that powerful a man, and for them to have that much faith into this man and this whole sowing the seed thing, to where you will give somebody a blank check, man, look. I go through a drive-through, and when I write out my receipt, I cross out the tip just because, and I know you're not going to fill out the tip, but no, I can't have that much faith in no, I can't do that. But again, that's how pastor. You see him dressed up in his duds and in his car, and you think the best of him. And the whole time he's praying on the widow, he's praying on the poor. And it ain't just him. There's plenty of other stories like that. That's just one that I know of personally. I had another story, but like I said, I couldn't tell that one, but this was my story. And it happens. And they're not doing nothing for the people, man. Besides robbing, if they're not showing us that you're supposed to love that brother, man. Like I say, people had beef. We in church. Like, they're sitting across the aisle from each other. How the hell you got beef with somebody you sitting right there? That's your brother. But again, I'm saying, let something happen and an oppressor does something to us, and when people start talking that rah-rah, and I'm saying, "Oh no, you gotta forgive them." No, you can't forgive them. What you got?
Slack. I was just gonna say Most High in Christ out of line. I thought Pastor Banging was a mill.
Nah.
Pastor Banging to our part of Creflo, Steal Your Bill, Congregation, TD Snick. I just thought it was.
I mean, sometimes there is, I don't know, amongst thieves. Again, like I told you, when they first found out about Eddie Long, a lot of the members left Eddie Long Church and went to Creflo. They went to Creflo Church. Creflo sent them back. Go back to that man. So like I said, it's some honor amongst some thieves, you know what I'm saying? But That pastor banging is real. It's banging in the church. Man, I got stories for days, and I'm not gonna tell them. But maybe another time. But it's crazy, this church, man. But again, we're not being taught to love that brother, man. But we'll forgive our enemy real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible says they'll teach that part, you know what I'm saying, to forgive your enemy, not knowing that the enemy you're supposed to forgive is your brother. Scripture say, you know what I'm saying? I have paraphrasing. Israel have I known, I have not dealt with any other nation. You got that man, woman, that so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American. That's the enemy you're supposed to forgive that does a wrong to you. There's rules for that. You know what I'm saying, you and a brother got a situation, go to that man alone, go to that woman alone. Take it up with them. And if they don't agree, there's other ways you can do that. You know what I'm saying, outside of that faith. But you're not taught that in church. They hate in church each other. And they're right there in the choir together. They hate each other. This man, look, this sister sleeping with this sister husband. It goes down in church. Damn the DM. It goes down in the church. You dig? And I pray. I can't wait till the day Most High come back and destroy every church, man, and get everybody back under when the law, statutes, and commandments come back. When Christ come back, it's gonna be a different thing. It's gonna be a brand new day. I'm saying the law's gonna be everywhere. They ain't gonna be these churches. Most I say, the earth is heaven is his throne, the earth is his footstool. What building can hold him? Most High ain't in church. Business is in church. Church don't do nothing but steer our people away from what we got going on, man. That's why I'm glad I found the truth. The Most High found me, because the way I was going, right about now, you'd be dead or in jail, man, for the way I was living. Again, Barakatha Yahweh Yahweh Shah for the ISUPK, for me finding these videos and coming to this truth, man. Saved my life. Go ahead, sis.
I have a question on the topic. Okay, and I know it's been mentioned before in the class about forgiving the enemy, and the enemy is your brother. So I'm aware of that. But my question is, let me just give an example so it makes sense. Like you're supposed to still treat them like a brother or sister, but would it be wrong to still have a feeling of not liking them, even though you're still treating them good? Like, I know in the world people call that fake, but would that be breaking the law? If like you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're treating them nice, you're speaking to them, you're being respectful towards them, but in your head you still don't like them. Is that wrong?
No, because you're human. It's called having emotion. But you got the script for me up?
I'm going to it now.
I'm gonna give you a scripture real quick, but it's not like I have people that have done me wrong, and I had to forgive them. Like I said, before I came to the truth, I was an evil dude. I was an evil nigga. But think about how much all of us have done. We've all needed and wanted somebody's forgiveness. So you don't have to forgive somebody, you don't have to like them. Because the people that I forgave, I don't deal with them. I don't feel I could be wrong, but as long as I forgave them, I don't feel no type of way about it. I don't like them still, but it's still my brother. I won't do no wrong towards them. I won't take out no personal vendetta towards them. It ain't no, I'm looking for you when I see you, I'm gonna bust your shit. It's like that's not what I'm on. But if I see you, it might be a head nod or something. I'll be cordial with you. But I forgave you because we've all dirty. Us coming into the truth, that's us being forgiven, starting over. So we all need somebody's forgiveness. So you have the script for me? Give it to me real quick.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 21.
Let me get that with you. Can you hear the brother, sis? Go ahead.
Verse 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Adawan, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times?
Read on.
Yahushua saith unto him, I say not unto thee unto 7 times, but unto 70 times 7.
Christ said it doesn't matter how many times that brother or sister has wronged you, you forgive them 7 times 70. You always forgive them. We have to forgive each other. That's our problem. We don't want to forgive each other. We have to forgive each other. Forgiveness and brotherhood is what it's all about. Until then, we're going to continue to hold these gripes and grudges against each other. And that's why we're not going to build as a people, because we're letting our emotion take over. Forgive them. You don't have to deal with them. Like I said, keep it, you know what I'm saying, when you see them, keep it cordial. You don't have to like them, but still be sisterly to them. Be brotherly with them. Don't, you see them in trouble or something that you may be able to help them out with, help them. Don't hold that grudge against that person. Forgive them. Continue to forgive them. Like I said, look how many times we had to be forgiven. Even in the truth, I still slip. I still have my own demons I'm fighting. And I still need the Most High's forgiveness. I still need my brother or sister's forgiveness who I wronged. Always forgive that brother or that sister. Like I said, if you don't have to deal with them like that, then don't deal with them. But to forgive them every time. And if it's a thing where they're continuously crossing you, then that's something different. That's an art they might have against you. If you can deal without having to deal with that person, go that route. But don't hold that grudge against them. Forgive that person. Like I said, you don't have to like them, you don't have to deal with them. But you have to forgive them. That's being brotherly. That's being sisterly. We got to do that. We have to improve on that. We have to have that increase. You understand, sis? 1 second. All right. Go ahead, Doc.
No, I just had another precept, or I want to ask if this was a precept that could be applied to that question.
Let me get it.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not. Sun go down upon your wrath. Neither give place to the devil.
That's a damn good one. That's a damn good one.
I like that, sir.
Go ahead, Moses.
If I could understand what the sister said, her question about that, she said she knows to forgive. She knows she has to forgive the brother, but she may not like him still. Would that be some? I think, would that be wrong?
It wouldn't. If I'm not mistaken, some of the followers of Christ didn't like each other. Everybody's not gonna like everybody. The world is not perfect like that. But at the same time, do not go out of your way to be evil towards that brother, towards that sister. You don't have to like them. Like I said, be cordial. If this is someplace where you have to be cordial with, if you have to see them, you can't escape them. Be cordial, be brotherly. I'm saying you don't have to hold no conversation with them. They walk past, whatever. If y'all happen to lock eyes, you give them a head nod, throw your hand up, whatever. You don't have to deal with that person. Like, you don't have, not the one-on-one thing. You don't have to be in their face. You don't have to hang out with them. Like I said, the people that did me wrong, I don't like them, but I had to forgive them. I do forgive them. I don't even hold what they did against me. I don't even bring that up. Am I going to hang with you? Nah. If you call my phone, am I going to answer? Probably not. That's just me being honest. I'm not dealing with you because you only got one time to cross me. But if you happen to cross me again, I'm still going to forgive you, but I'm not going to deal with you. So I'll check with Officer Kazak when he comes in, but as far as I know, that it's not wrong. Like I said, everybody's not going to get along. But you still have to be that brother. You still have to be that sister. Do what you can if you have to do something for that brother or sister. Don't just, you know what I'm saying? A yonder boy. That was a damn good precept, officer. Appreciate that. Well, Where we stopped at?
Look, when we was in Matthew.
So what was that, 23? Let me
We was in Isaiah before we went to Matthew to get the sister's question.
I'm about to go to Ezekiel. Give me Ezekiel chapter 13. Start at verse 1. Yeah.
Sorry.
You're right, sis. Forgive them and move on. You don't have to like them, but you have to forgive them. That's the spirit of brotherhood. You got me?
Ezekiel chapter 13 and 1. The book of Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 1. And the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophecy against the prophets of Israel, that prophesy and say that thou unto them the prophecy out of their own hearts. Hear ye the words of the Most High. Khan, verse 3. Thus says the Lord God, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing.
Again, these are your pastors. They follow their own spirit. Nothing about them has nothing to do with the Bible for the most part. They're speaking after their own lusts, searching in search of riches and other men's wives. And I can't be the only one that's seen this in church. But verse 2 says, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesy and say thou unto them that prophesy of their own hearts, hear the word of the Most High. That's why we bang on these pastors. We have to go against these pastors, man, because if we don't, they're going to continue to have their way with all people. They're going to continue to keep us destroyed and have us not in search of the kingdom, have us not coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, having us doing whatever everything that we're doing. What we're trying to do in the school, we're trying to pull our sisters off of these poles. We're trying to get our brothers off of this corner, man. The pastor, like I said, that's all money that pastor get. I know plenty of strippers that go to church and they pray before they hit the pole. Pastor don't care. All he care about is his own lust, his pockets. Can he keep his house? Can he keep his cars? Can he get more cars? Can he get more women? And throw them away. Again, man, I thank Most High for this truth, man. Give me verse 6. Stay in chapter 13. Give me verse 6.
Khan. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 13, verse 6. They have seen vanity and lying, divination, saying that the power said, and the power said,
Most High.
And the Most High said, and the Most High have not sent them, and they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word.
Read the whole thing from the top, man.
Take
your time, man. Ain't no race.
They have seen vanity and lying divination, saying, the Most High said, and the Most High have not sent them.
That's one thing that pastor love to say. The Most High God called him to preach. God called him to do this. God gave him the word to give to you, knowing that Most High ain't even dealing with him. Read on.
Khan. And they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word.
And his congregation, he's hoping that. Well, he's done a good job at that. Because, like I said, you can't say nothing bad about pastor. Pastor's congregation is his congregation. They his ride or dies. You can't say nothing bad about that man. He's the greatest man. Like I said, if I'm married to you, and you can put what I say on the back burner to do what another man tell you to do, we ain't supposed to be together. And pastor have that advantage over all sisters in these churches, man. I've seen it with my own eyes, and I still see it to this day. And that is a damn shame. We have to come up out of these churches, man. We have to come back to the truth. You have to learn again that this book is our book. This is our history book. There's nobody that can, there's nothing that can't be defended with our book. The book called the Bible. Anything, any questions you may have about how you're living, there's an answer inside this Bible for that question. I've been trying to come up with a question. Me and Officer Kazaka are like, since I've been in the truth, I've been looking for something to not be proven with this Bible so I can get up out of here. I'm still here. I'm an officer now, going on my 4th year. This book cannot be, you can't come up against it. The truth is in here. You're not going to find the truth in church. You're going to find the truth in here. And I pray everybody finds their way in here so we can get back in our kingdom. I know I'm tired of going to work. I got to work tomorrow. I got to slave tomorrow. I actually work in Esau's heaven. It's so, oh man, I hope that fucking place slack. I hope that place burned down. I pray, man, look. Look. Tired, boss. We got to, hey, you know what's my name? Bring them to class, man. We got to come at these laws, statutes, and commandments. Hey, look, no, we're not going to, well, we lie, man. Can't have you talking that. Come on, man. It's evident. What you doing now? Gee. Salaki for that conversation if y'all heard it or not. Trooper a lot tripping. But yeah, man, hey, the truth, it ain't for everybody, but I pray that we all get it, man. We got to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's my take on these pastors, and I still have enough time. We're going to go back to some more milk. We're going to get to this brotherhood. Because again, like I said, if I'm not talking about banging, what you got up?
Oh, so I was going to go with what you were saying. Could I use stand in chapter 13 of Ezekiel, verse 22 as the opposite to go with 6? How the Most High going to reveal it to these fake pastors.
Where you at?
So like you're still in chapter 13, verse 22.
And you want to do what?
I just wanted to know, could I use that as a precept to back up what you was just saying? How the Most High going to end up taking his people away from all these fake pastors and all of those that are preaching after their own lust and not his word.
I'm not going to guess it. That's one thing we do not do, and that's one thing I'm not going to do. I do read it, and it sounds like it can be used, but I'm not going to say, yes, what you should do, write down, hold it until Officer Kazak come to class at 8:30, and we can definitely get him an answer. Like I said, the way it's read, like I said, I want to say yes, but
Hey, Shalaki.
go ahead.
Hey, Shalaki. Yeah, Shalom. Yo, sure. That was smart. That was sharp. Hey, I'm listening in. The brother could go ahead and pull the precept I didn't hear. Then I can let you know that. And also, I sent it's another precept you got a text message for. You can go ahead and break that down before you change the subject if you didn't already.
Let me pull up that text real quick out of one.
Go ahead and read that other joint. Let me tell you if it's a precept for what the brother was bringing up.
Khan. Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 22. Because with lies ye have made the heart of the righteous sad, whom I have not made sad, and strengthened the hands of the wicked, that he should not return from his wicked way by promising him life. Therefore, ye shall see no more vanity, nor divine divination, for I will deliver my people out of your hand, and ye shall know that I am the Most High.
I ain't looking at it. I thought it was talking about the oppressor, like delivering up by their hand. Double check on that. double check. I'll give it to you. Write it down. I'll give it to you. But I'm sure young Leon can check that real quick. See if it's talking about the oppressor or leaders. But if it's talking about the leaders, then it's a good precept.
Khan. Salaki, if I may, Adawan.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Khan, that's what I wanted to use it as, to see if it was a precept to back up 13 and 6 within the same chapter.
No, I'm gonna check it in a minute. Go ahead with the other one. You got the class. I was just chopping in because you said you wanted to hear it.
Khan, Khan, the one you sent me was Isaiah 39. It's like I might need help with that one. I'm not gonna guess at this one. The one you sent, that is.
All right, try to break it down, and then we go off. I'll let you know that I think you can break it down. As far as what you said about the sister question earlier, you was right on, man. It's the true thing about emotion. It don't matter how you feel about it. It's about what you do. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments. I don't have to like none of y'all, right? Because if you call my phone and you need something, I'll take the time out with you. I'll be a brother to you. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do something or whatever the case may be, then it's my job to make sure, you're good, and I do my job, then I fulfill the law as brotherhood. You understand? We don't have to like each other. That's not the point. We don't do things based on emotions. You know what I'm saying? Sisters can be nothing but nice dresses, nice earrings, and that's it. I don't mess with her, but I said what I said.
The water out of one.
So, but wouldn't you be emotional if you don't like somebody?
I mean,
that is a sign of emotion by you not liking somebody for whatever reason.
But it's not.
And you're not really completely letting it go if you're not able to, like, what happens if that person is wanting to be cordial with you, inviting you, hey, come on, you know what I'm saying? Now you like, nah.
You heard the question, out of one?
Yeah, I'll deal with it in a minute. Just go ahead and try to put the scripture down. I'll get back to it. I ain't out yet.
Carlo with Khan. Pull me up Isaiah chapter 30. Give me verse 9 real quick.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 9. This is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Keep going.
Come.
Verse 10. Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things.
Oh yeah. That's definitely the Christian church and the pastor. You can't tell that congregation not to be a homosexual. You can't tell that congregation, hey, put that pork chop down, you can't eat that. The crab and the shrimp, you can't eat that. They don't want to hear that, because the minute you say something to them, they out of there. That's why your pastor is the way that he is, because he don't want to lose out on his business. He don't want to lose out on his money. You are his money. You're not like in here, you're not his brother, you're not his sister, and vice versa. you're his investment. If you know anything about a good investor, he's going to do what he has to do to keep that investment going. That is your pastor. Just like any other dope dealer, he's going to make sure he got the best product to keep you in. That's why you got the services, you got all the shows, the man. Church ain't no different than the club, man. You got the praise dancers, which ain't nothing but twerkers. They twerking for the Lord, so it's okay. Going to church. You got you got all the choirs. That's the entertainment. That's church, and you got pastor coming with he's your man. He's the MC of the evening. He's giving you the smooth words. That's gonna have you feeling all bubbly on the inside, and giving you that dose that you need until your dose run out, and you got to come back and see him next Sunday. When you come back next Sunday, you got to pay him again. It's the same thing they want to hear and smooth things. Read verse 10 again.
Come with concert, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
Don't tell me what I can and what I cannot do. Don't tell me, hey, not my Jesus. I'm under grace. I can do what I want to do. As long as I come back here next Sunday, like I said, go up to the front when it says, if anybody in need of a prayer, I go up to the front and got some fake crocodile tears and somebody poked me in the forehead and I might fall out, I might not, and everything's good. I don't want to know what I can't do. I want to stay under this grace that I'm on. I want to keep celebrating birthdays. I want to keep Christmas. Come on, man, it's for the kids. I want to keep doing everything that the Most High say I can't do. Don't tell me what I can't do. And that's what stares a lot of people. That's what puts them against this Bible. It ain't the fact that they might say it's a white man's book or the white man wrote this book, even though we know that's not true. What has black people against the Bible is that once you know who the Bible is talking about, and once you realize you're the Israelites that the Most High is talking about, you have to change your life. We're so comfortable in damn discussing sin that we're doing, you don't want to change. Therefore, you want to discredit it. Instead of just saying, hey, you know what? I've been doing this for so long. It ain't working. We still in poverty. We still the first ones fired, the last ones hired. It ain't working. They don't want to do that because they don't want to make that change. So I want to keep doing what I want to do. Prophesy to me smooth things, man. Keep telling me these lies. Just keep me come back in on Sunday. Keep the, you know what I'm saying? Keep the bad piano player and the drummer here on point. Keep him going. I'm saying, I heard this song on the radio. I think this might fit in one of your sermons. Keep the song. Keep the good songs. Keep me being the rebellious child that I am going against the Most High. But just keep me entertained. I don't want to hear the truth. Let me keep discrediting the Bible. Saying it ain't real. We scared to make that change. I was one of those people. I knew about ISUPK about 2 years before I even made that first phone call because I didn't want to make that change. The weed was outstanding. I love pork rinds. My mama's pork chops, excellent. I didn't want to give it up, but look at how I was living. Man, look, again, we all had to make that change, man. You got to make that change. It's not easy, but you're not going through it by yourself. And your pastor don't care about none of that. Again, he's going to prophesy you smooth words, everything that's good that you want to hear to keep you in there, and he's going to keep us at the bottom. He's going to keep us rebelling against the Most High when all we have to do is come after these laws, statutes, and commandments and get in our kingdom. It's that simple. It's really that simple. But as long as we got these bastards out here with these buildings open on Sundays telling us the things that they're telling our people, running the game on that they're running, we're going to continue to still be in the hell that we're in. And that's why I love our ISUPK, man, because we're trying to wake our people up and we're trying to get to that kingdom.
So, like,
Go ahead.
if I may, you don't think it's because, like verse 9 say, we so rebellious and we done got caught up in the culture we've learned from the oppressor and the heathen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're comfortable in our sin.
We still want to eat from the root of
the man, look, like I say, my mama till this day can use every from the root of the tube. She can cook every bit of that pig and it's delicious. The weed out here nowadays, man, like the people I work with, I smell it. My mouth start watering. It's we don't want to give that up, man. But you got to give it up. The kingdom is way better. I'm waiting on that. There's going to be something in the kingdom that's going to be better than weed. There's going to be something in the kingdom that's going to be better than pork. But we have to first break. We have to stop being rebellious, and we have to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Without that, we're going to continue to be the lost ones that we are. Any questions on these? Go ahead, sis.
I just wanted to, if I may, on the topic you were just on about the smoking thing, like in my world life, I used to smoke a cigarette, and I quit them. I quit them. But it's how you said, when you be around people and then you get that urge. I'll see someone write it up on the movies, or you drive past a gas station and they got a sale on cigarettes, and you get that feeling like, oh my goodness. But knowing being in the truth, I know that's just the workers of Satan trying to get me to do that again, and I don't need to.
Sis, let me tell you something. Out of all the demons I had, my biggest one was Newport cigarettes. So I know exactly what you're going through. The weed was nothing. When I quit that, when I found I couldn't smoke weed anymore, I quit smoking weed. Like, I dropped it right then that day and had to look back, going on 4 years later, no sweat. The cigarettes is a battle. You're going to have to separate. Hold on 1 second. I got to step away for 1 second. Hold on. Salaki, my bad about that. My apologies. Had to do daddy duty. But those cigarettes, what you can do, sis, are you still, is it still a issue with you?
Not out there. I'm too out now. It's just, sometimes you see them and then you just remember what you used to do, and that feeling comes back. But it don't push me to the point where I go and buy any or anything. It's just I'll see it like I'll see it on the TV, and I'll think to myself like, nope, that's just the devil trying to get me to go and buy a cigarette. So I just ignore it. So. But I'm doing good though. I haven't had any fallouts or anything.
The Lucy, man, the store to sell the Lucy's. I live right across the street from them, but you got to continue to fight. You got any kids, if I may ask?
It's kind of okay.
What worked for me, what really did it for me, outside of the scriptures and the counseling, this might be kind of dark, but it worked. Imagine your kid or your kids having to come view you for the final time while you in your coffin because you were so selfish to want to smoke a damn cigarette and you died of cancer. It works for me. I've been smoke free for some years now. And anytime I do get that urge, because I work with people that smoke, and yeah, it still smells kind of delicious. And I do get that, I want to do it. Then I think about, I can't be that selfish to put my kids through that. So like I said, just that is Satan tempting you. But you have to be strong in that. And again, the brothers in this school, man, the officers above me, they got some awesome counseling. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like to call for counseling because they feel that you're forging on somebody else's time, but it's our job as priests. You know what I mean? Hopefully one day I'll get to the point where I can be a counselor. But just keep on fighting, sister. I know exactly what you're going through. That temptation is something else. Like I said, that's the hardest demon I had to fight. Everything else was, once that was it, that was it. Them damn cigarettes.
So like this.
Go ahead, bro.
Like I'm fighting myself with a lot of different things, but I just wanted to say, I'm not nothing, but that's what brotherhood comes in. That's what our weapon at when we're trying to fight, because we're not in this fight alone.
Right.
And that's where the counsel and all of that come in place, so that we can be able to help each other fight through it.
Right.
You won't have to fight alone.
That brotherhood that we need, that's what we're here for. That's what it's all about. And the sisterhood as well. When I say brotherhood, that's just a blanket term. I mean, brotherhood, I know we got sisters in the class, so hopefully no one feels offended thinking I'm leaving the sisters out. I am definitely not leaving the sisters out. So, but the brotherhood, that's what everything is for. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, I was just gonna say the lot of but the counsel you gave me counsel on a lot of situations. The lot of Most High Christ.
I ain't shit. Like I ain't do nothing. I just gave it. What was giving me to give to you. Like I said, I still, being 3, going on my 4th year in, I still have demons. They're not as bad as they used to be, but we all just continue to fight. That's the thing. A man what's the scripture? Man fall off
7 times.
Pull that for me real quick. You just gotta continue to fight. You can fall, get back up, man. Get that counsel. Call that brother, call that sister. Associate yourself with people who don't smoke. Whenever you feel that urge. And I'm gonna tell you what else I did. Like when I got real cocky with it, when I felt that, I was there, I started to surround myself around people that do smoke, just to see if I had that urge. And then I found out that I wasn't, I didn't smoke. I didn't smoke, but I still fought. My will to fight was stronger. Because you don't have to see that demon again. You can't just run away from it again. Keep the counsel.
Salaki.
Go ahead. Yep.
I wanted to say too, because I know Officer Kazak listening, and he on the line. So I just wanted to say, like, what you bringing out is so heavy and it's so real that a lot of times when we take the counsel, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times it be something that we don't want to hear.
You never want to hear. That's why people. That's another reason why people avoid counsel.
It's really what we need. You know what I'm saying? To be able to win the battle that we're going through.
We don't prophesy smooth things in here.
Exactly.
We give it to you. And we need that. Everybody needs that. Again, that goes back to the brotherhood. We need that. We need the counsel. We need the people we can go and talk to. We need each other. And again, you're not going to find that. And that's why we bang on these pastors, because they don't provide brotherhood in that church. I have not. I've been in the fraternity, been to college, joined the fraternity, and all that. And the men that I did pledge that fraternity with, still cool with them to this day. They like my blood brothers. But that brotherhood that I have with them, or I had with them, that was 17 years ago. I can't. The 3 going on 4 years I've had in here, there's no comparison. Like, hands down, I still love and respect those dudes, though, but the brotherhood that's in here, the fraternity doesn't even, it's no match. It's unmatched. It's unmatched in the truth. What you got up?
Proverbs chapter 24, verse 16. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief.
So continue to fight that demon, sis. Like I said, just keep that counsel. You need help, call somebody. Let's keep this brotherhood and the sisterhood going, man. That's what we got. We all we got. You know what I mean? Let's build it up, man. Get back to this kingdom, man. Get to this kingdom. Any questions on topic before I go to my next topic?
So Ephesians 6, put on the whole armor of the Most High, put on the whole armor. Is that going to, like, we can use that as a precept too against fighting, against, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, like, once, like, if I'm not mistaken, like, once you defeat, like, let's just say I defeat the spirit of smoking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then that demon leaves, but then it goes and gets 7 more, right? Or that's just a figure of speech. And then, like, now we're gonna be biting. Well, we're gonna be fighting new challenges, which would rather be new demons in a sense, right? So wouldn't we have to like how would I say, like, it's a continuous fight, because like you're gonna beat one demon and you're gonna beat one challenge, but more challenges is gonna come. So when we like use Ephesians 6, where we putting on a whole armor, because we fighting out.
Yes, because I'm trying to pull the scripture up. Because the war that we fighting is spiritual. It's against carnality. It's against the principles of thou shalt and thou shalt not. So you have to put on the armor. You have to be born again. You have to put on that armor of God. You have to have that word. You have to have that counsel. You got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. That is your defense against those demons that's going to come against you. Any demon you said in General Muhammad, look, that's the demon whisperer. Anything that you're going through, he got scriptures for that. Other officers and captains got scriptures for that. It's going to give you that armor that we need to fight our battles. This brotherhood is going to help us fight our battles. Everything that's offered here in this book is going to help us fight our battles. It's going to arm us. It's going to gird us up. It's going to arm us up. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense to you?
Come.
What you got, Drew?
Oh, so like, I had verse. I think you wanted.
Oh, so someone says I'm on the line?
Come.
What you got? Hold on, Drew.
Like I said, this is, I don't know about everybody else's story, or what I know everybody got their own demons or how to deal with them, but this conversation is like just exactly. I hear a lot of people, like when I watch Cross the Line and just being just throughout my life, I hear a lot of people saying stuff like, "Oh, I do that when I get myself ready," or "When I get myself ready, I do that." And in the beginning, I kind of had that same attitude too, but the more I came to class, the more I figured out that was the wrong attitude to have. Like, because every demon that I overcame, it came from me coming to class. I brought all of my demons to the school, and the truth is what helped me stop. I would have never stopped smoking. I would have never stopped going. I would have never cut my dread.
Damn right.
Did none of that. I would have never did none of that if I wouldn't have came to class and learned what I learned. So trying to do it on my own, like I'm gonna get myself together, it would have never happened until I came to class. Like, the truth is what help me beat all of them. Like the smoking, like I was the same way with that. I know for a fact I wasn't gonna be able to stop smoking by myself.
Damn right.
I kept coming to class and I learned that and all that. So I just brought all my things to the school, and the more you learn, the stronger you're gonna get. That's what for me. Like and the brother with that scripture about the whole armor, that's kind of what helped me get there right there. Like the truth is your armor.
Truth is your own. That's why I just told him. Truth is your own. Damn right, Art.
I felt that.
Damn right. Brotherhood, hey, brotherhood is a weapon, man. What you got, Truth?
So like I was just I had the verse that the brother Trooper Halak had brought out, and it went right back with half of your topic.
Let me get it.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in the high places.
Life is about warfare. That's it. And that's the warfare that we're in. The spirituality. We have to fight these demons. We have to wrestle with the principalities of this world. This world ain't for us. Scripture say, love not the world. This world is a wicked place. It used to be my playground. Nah, no more. Now I'm trying to wake up other brothers and sisters, man, come up out of there. It's a way much better life on this side. Not having to continuously watch your back, wondering what's going to happen to you. Know what I mean? If that don't help you get sleep, well, I don't know what hey. Any more questions on topic before I switch up? Okay, so now we're about to go to my other favorite topic, which is brotherhood. Again, which kind of everything that we're talking about now, the whole counseling and how we're talking and giving each other pointers, that's what it's about, brotherhood. And that's going to lead us to our topic in brotherhood. So we're going to start off with check it out. I'm going to start off with 1 John chapter 4. Still waiting on Officer Zot to come in. He should be here in any minute. And I want to say again, the water to y'all, man, like I said, it's my first class that y'all really made. I'm saying y'all made a brother feel calm. I'll say that. I'm not usually a nervous person, but this is my first one, so the water to y'all for not giving me the business with all these questions and everything else that could have happened, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, y'all could have hung up on me a long time ago, but y'all still here, man. I really do appreciate that. On YouTube as well, y'all could have been gone, but y'all here with me. Jason said you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Well, H to the Izzo for y'all. Might be a little, I'm tripping. Give me 1 John chapter 4.
Come on, sir.
I was actually trying to see if Officer Gullah was gonna come in. Give me 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. Give me.
Come on.
Yeah. Was Marshall Mar? Go ahead, Art.
1 John chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hated his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he had seen, how can he love God, whom he had not seen?
Read on.
And his command, yes, Carl Khan, so that was the whole verse 20. You want me to go to 21?
Carl, read on.
Carl Khan. And his commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also.
That's us all. That's us all day. That's Judites all day. I can't speak for no other tribe. But we claim we got the Go ahead, Adawan.
Hey, Young Man, this scripture right here, right? This is dead on what you was talking about earlier when the brother was asking the question, right? I don't know, like, what way I wanted to kind of catch what you was gonna break down on it, right? But I was trying to remember a lot's question during that time when he was asking, because that was what the question was about. Really, I don't know whether y'all knew that. It was really about brotherhood, right? But the sister had asked earlier, like, you know what I'm saying, is it if I forgive somebody and I still don't like them or something like that, it's really about brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the Lord chose them and you to complete an assignment together, would you be able to do that? You know what I'm saying? That's what it's really about. It ain't like you got to go hang out with them. You know what I'm saying? Go and chill with them and all of that other stuff. The brother was saying, like, you being cordial. Now, what was your question when it came to that?
Come on, sir. Salakia. I was saying like if it was the opposite brother, the brother that's on the other hand, that like one is still like maybe not choosing to not want to deal with the other person. But what happens if the flip side, where the other person actually wants to continue to like deal with that brother? Like what if I were wrong? What if I did a brother wrong, right? And then now this brother is saying, you know what, I'm gonna still be a brother you a lot, but I don't want to deal with you like that. You know what I'm saying? But now,
like, okay, so like you, not to stop your question, let me deal with that part right there, right? If you're saying if the brother that did you wrong wants to deal with you, right?
I'm saying if I did a brother wrong, and he don't want to deal with me now, right, and then now
you saying, but you want to deal with him.
I want to make things right. He forgave me, you know what I'm saying? But now,
what's left to make right if he forgave you already?
Because
like, what you want, like a relationship with him or something? That's what you're saying. Like, you want to still be his brother. You still want to hang out or something like that. That's what you. I'm trying to make sure I answer the right question.
No, that can be, you know what I'm saying, a case, but it won't be like something like personal. You know what I'm saying? It'll just be an extended invitation to everyone. But what I'm saying is, I don't want the person to, or the brother, to not want to be let's just say I had a barbecue and I'm inviting everybody.
Okay.
I don't want you not want to come because of some mistake I made.
Can you hear me out?
Con.
All right, I got you. Here's how this goes. It goes both ways, but at the end of the day, right? If both brothers is in the truth, at the end of the day, then that's different than a brother in the world, right? Because if a brother in the world, let's say he steals $50 or something like that, I'm not letting this nigga back in my house, whatever the case may be, right? Okay, a brother in the truth, if he wronged you or whatever, he's found you and his brother talking out, he said, I'm wrong, I'm sorry, you forgive the brother now. What if he don't apologize? All these things is stuff that Young would end up breaking up about what Christ said. I don't know that we got the time to do it, but the point is the scriptures have a call for that. Now, to your question, what you asking, you already know the answer to. And you want to know how I know the answer? Because I was there when you got the breakdown. Now, do you know what precept I'm talking about?
Con on one con.
Pull it for me, then.
So, like, sir, can I paraphrase it? Because I can't pull it. But it's if a brother compel you to go 1 mile, you go 2.
There it is. That's it. You ever come to look it up? You got a strong concordance. You got a nice Google game. You need to look it up. Maybe he got it. Maybe your brother got it.
You know? Okay. He looking it up now, the one.
All right, Most High Christ. This is what it is. If you in the truth, right? That's the point. I don't care if a brother that I can't stand needs me. I'm there. It don't matter. You know why would I do that? Anybody in the class?
Salakia, sir.
You know, let me let the sister ask, because she the one started all this.
Don't throw me out there like that, but Con. I guess what it is. Wait, ask the question again, Salaki, sir. Ask the question again.
Okay, I said I don't care if it's a brother that I can't stand. If he needs me and I'm there, why would I do that?
Oh, it's because that's what you're supposed to do. That's your job. So you do your job, like in the world. You know, you have a job.
How
You do
would,
your job.
how would that be my job, though? No, I'm saying like even you.
Because we're supposed to be a brotherhood, but sisterhood. So our job. Oh, okay. Because that scripture about the greatest commandment is to love one another and follow
No, but
the
this is
law.
what I'm saying. 1 second. Yeah, I think you own it. You really own it. But I want to make sure it's clear. I say if a brother that I cannot stand, he done wronged me, but I done forgave the brother. I don't really want to deal with the brother, but he called me and I'm there. Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Salakia,
Who is that?
Trooper Rakan.
Hey, Yama Yon, you can cut the YouTube if you want. You know what I'm saying? Because the YouTube was the class what you was teaching earlier. This is just the questions, all right?
Call. I'm gonna put the number up in the YouTube because sister in
They
there.
ain't got it by now. It should have been. Yeah, it's on every class.
Con.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Whoever Racom said Racom said he had answer.
Con.
Go ahead. What's the answer?
Salakia, if I may, I didn't say answer, but it is the mark of we would do that because it is the mark of our brotherhood created by Christ and the love that Christ had for us in giving his life. And that's why he gave his disciples a new commandment, even though it was old. It was new to them and it marked their brotherhood.
You own it. You're right on it. Basically, Salakia, who said Salakia? Who that was? Marshall Mark? Young man Mark. Oh, shit. Hold on, Marcus, real quick. Somebody said Salakia right before you did. Who was that? That was Martha. Go ahead. Why you would forgive the other brother? Hold on, Salakia. Salakia, that wasn't the question. I already forgave him. I still can't stand the nigga though. I don't like him. I don't want to be around him. But if he calls, I'm there. If he needs me, I'm there. If you want to hang out, I'm there. He invite me to his crib, I'm coming. Why would I do that? Go ahead, Salakia, sir. Salakia, I don't want to One second. Oh, Marcus. Because you love yourself?